When life throws you a curveball, what else can you do but just roll with it? Hi, this is Kelly with Kelly's Creative Dream Studios, and I apologize for this. It was nothing I could do. We'll get into that in a little bit, but for now, let's talk about the card we're going to make. Now, I chose this card sketch, and I don't know where it was from, but it looked like it would be simple and it would be pretty. I also knew that I have an entire ream, 500 sheets of this double-sided gold glitter paper, cardstock that I've been working with. I had not seen double-sided before. I don't know if it was from a teacher or what, but I picked it up at a flea market for 10 bucks. That's 5 cents a sheet for double-sided glitter paper. So I knew I wanted to use this. And because they're ornaments, I chose to use the ornaments from Best Wishes. Now, at some point we may go through these. We've only got like 5 days left, so I'm not sure. Actually, we only have 2 days left of cards, I think. But I chose to use the small ornament and the big ornament to cut from the gold. And this is what I came up with. Now, I've got one to glue on there yet. I don't know why. I picked him up. I had to recut him is what happened. And because I lost one somewhere along the way this morning. So I'm using my craft glue, my crafter's pick, because of the texture of the glitter. I want to make sure that it's going to hold. It's not like I'd be cutting from one-sided glitter and I could use my regular Tombow. This has glitter on both sides, so I wanted to make sure that I got a good adhesion with that gold glitter. So we're going to take and stick this one right down. And there we have our card. Now, I've kind of positioned this depending on where I was putting my lines this morning. This has been positioned a little differently. But this is our first one. Now, the other thing I wanted to do, and I'm going to sit down for this, and I'm going to put my cheaters on for this, because I know otherwise I'm going to mess it up. They look kind of funky just hanging there in place, right? Out in the midair. So I'm going to take, and if my trimmers will allow, and I'm going to go back and do this on all the cards, but I'm going to do little loop-de-loops at the top of the string so they'll look like bows, as best as my fingers will allow. So they don't look quite so naked, okay? Just like that. Okay, so let's put this card together, shall we? I started with a white card base. Now, Bob sat and went through this with me yesterday and helped me pick out the card base. And most everything we're coming out with is real red. So I really need Stampin' Up! To do a free shipping, because I need real red, I need garden green, and I think I need to go through my stash out in the warehouse and see what other colors I might be running low on, and get those done. Okay. And that's all we're going to use that glue for until I get ready to put liners on the inside. And I have not thought about the liners on the inside, even remotely. I will probably be thinking about those later. Okay, so we have a real red mat. Now I went through and I measured, and let me get my ruler here. I need one of my small rulers over here. I used to have one. One of the 6-inch rulers for this would have been perfect, but I'm not seeing one. There it is. Ha ha! Sometimes you just gotta look in the right spot. Okay, so I'm using a black perma pen, and I'm going down the left side. Make sure I've got my fold going the right direction. My left side is 1.5 inches down from the top of the mat. Okay, and I'm gonna come over here a little bit. We're gonna go there. Now the next one, oops, 1.5. I need to go down a little farther. Okay, the next one, the middle one for the big ornament goes down 2 3/4. Let's scoot that over just a little bit. And then the one on the right goes down 1 inch. Puts a little balance. Now see, I could have brought that one over a little bit, and I'm okay with that, because they're handmade and not everything has to be absolutely perfect. If you want to measure that out and figure out where they need to come down, that is entirely up to you. So then I'm using my crafter's glue to do the back side of this. Now that I've got lines, I can put that up so I can see without my cheaters. So I have been battling with trying to get in with my email in mail.com for over a month. They did updates and made everything all pretty, changed the layout. And for the first 2 weeks after that, I couldn't even get into my email. I could not log in. I thought I had been hacked. So there was that. I'm going to turn this way so I can level this up. Well then, when I could finally get into my email, I could see the list of my emails, folders, and all my saved folders, but I couldn't open any of them. Well then last week, they finally got it to where I could open them, but I could see who it was from, but I couldn't see the body of the email to see what it was about, nor could I reply, forward, or even create a new contact, compose a new email and send it. I couldn't send anything. It was really irritating. And I've been dealing like this for over a month with mail.com after being with them since 2011. I have never, ever, ever had problems with them till they decided to do updates. And so I thought I'd try it again yesterday morning after I got out of a workshop because I knew there was some information in my email I wanted. So I thought I'd try it again. Now I am using, you guys have seen me use the triple punch, which is the wider. Well, this one lets me do either the snake tail or the dovetail in multiple sizes. And I'm going to use the snake tongue. Slide that right in there. And I'm going to snake tongue both ends of this banner, which I think was 3 3/4 by 3/4 inches. I thought that kind of turned out kind of well because I didn't even write it down. Okay, so there's that one. This one, if you go looking for it, and it'll be listed down below, I just won't have links. This one was the, oh God, I had it on here. There it is. The Banners 153608, and I will link that down in the bottom. Then I chose Happy Holidays from the Trimming the Tree set. Now, we have used this set before and other things, but I thought Happy Holidays fit this banner piece the best. So I'm stamping it in Tuxedo Memento Black. Now, another cool thing would have been I wanted to do this and emboss it, and either emboss it in black or emboss it in silver, maybe. So I'm going to put that right down there. And there's that. Now I'll be able to clean that. And again, because this is going against that glitter, I want to make sure it's good. And that's not it doesn't flake off. It will peel off. I noticed when I was putting one together that when it came off of the die cutting machine, that part of it had peeled off. It has a smooth texture. It's not gritty like a glitter paper would be. And then we're going to position this right across the bottom of that ornament, just like that. Then I'm going to slip these back on and come back in and do my bows. So I had a webinar yesterday on social media and was contemplating buying their course. And in doing that, I thought, well, I'll go in and I'll check and see what Sarah Cannon offers, because I have several courses through Sarah Cannon, who is a young adult fantasy author. And do you know, I could not get into my email. Couldn't read anything. I thought, you know what, I've had enough of this. So I just decided to spend yesterday, it took me 4 hours and 2 technicians to figure out that what it appears is that mail.com has decided that they don't want to use a web browser. They want everybody to use the app. Now, I can get into the mail on my phone. And then yesterday, one of the techs that I talked to, he says, well, do you have an iPad? I thought, duh, I do. So I went in, sure enough, I can get to my email on my iPad. But that is going to require me, because of my essential tremors and not being able to always get to things, it's going to require me to go through and purchase a Bluetooth mouse so that I can go through my emails. And anything that's super important, I'm moving over to my Gmail account until I can figure out where I'm going from there. So those are our 2 cards for today. This is technically this is the card for day 19 of the 25 days of Christmas. And I will be back this afternoon with an element for the Pink Christmas Journal. And let me see if I can get around this really quick. And let's pull an element stick. Let's go with that and decide what we're going to make for the Pink Journal today. Every one of these sticks has something on it that I can make for a journal. And I'm going to pink. But since it's pink, let's pull a pink stick, shall we? A flat paper clip with 2 inserts. No, that's too involved for what I got to get done today. Let's put that one back and let's choose this one. Okay, identical tags, a pair. We're going to save this for Tuesday because it'll be Tag Tuesday. So let's go with this one. Make inchies. Oh, this one's going to be fun. So come back later this afternoon and we will be making inchies for our Pink Christmas Journal. In the meantime, please remember to like, to share, subscribe, and creative Christmas blessings.